Greetings, everyone. Well, it's Timey-Wimey Tuesday, and I've got an update for you. Specifically, a Doctor Who book update, and there's one comic book as well. Awesome. Now, right off the top, I know a million of you are going to ask, you're going to be wondering, and like, hey, Sean, when are the story-by-story reviews coming back? Simple answer is I don't know. Simple as that. They will come back eventually, but I honestly don't know when at this stage. That said, I have actually done the prep work for every story up to the end of season 1, so up to the Reign of Terror, which is story number 8. And yeah, but I did that prep work like several months ago, so I'm likely going to redo some of it to refresh my memory. But yeah, at this stage, I'm kind of up to my eyeballs in prepping for Halloween for next month because it's getting very, very close and I have a lot to do. So that's pretty much taken over everything right now. So I would say on the outset at the earliest would be sometime after Halloween, but don't hold me to that. We're just going to say eventually it will come back when it comes back. So I have no specific time frame in mind at the moment. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. In the meantime, I am still picking up the Target books whenever I possibly can. Yeah, so I may have got a few more. So let's check them out today on Timey Wimey Tuesday on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Yes, so I was downtown recently, and there are a couple of awesome used bookstores that I always make a point of popping into whenever I am downtown. And lo and behold, one of them actually has a Doctor Who section now. They did not have that before. So I was down there with Rosie, and she was like, "Hey, Daddy, look." I turned around and was like, "Oh my God, it's Doctor Who stuff." So, and sure enough, they had a bunch of the Target books. They had some of the Virgin New Adventures books and a whole bunch of the BBC ones. And yeah, just a lot of stuff that generally is prohibitively expensive online, at least here in North America. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of money on me at the time, but I had enough I could get a few. So I did. But first up, there's a new Doctor Who comic series, new miniseries event from Titan Books. We have, what is it called? The Lost Dimension of Doctor Who. So this is a multi-Doctor story. As you know, I love the multi-Doctor stories, and I tend to grab those whenever I can. Yeah, so pretty cool. So this is the first, is 8 issues, I believe. Yes, it's going to be 8 issues total. So we'll probably check that out. There was also another one that came out. They finished up. They have a book, collected edition of it, Supremacy of the Cybermen. I need to pick that one up as well. I'll probably just pick up the trade on that. I find it's really hard to get some of the individual issues. I completely missed the last 2 issues of the Third Doctor miniseries, and I'm kind of waiting for the book edition of that to come out. There's supposed to be a book edition of the Fourth Doctor miniseries as well. I haven't seen it anywhere. I'm thinking these are just selling out as soon as they appear on the shelves. So, come on, comic store, get a couple more in stock. Yeah, anyway, I'll probably just order them online or something. But, yeah, so this is the latest one. And I see, actually, they're starting to put out massive collected editions of the ongoing story series of the 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctors. We have the complete year 1 for all 3 of those, all compiled together into one massive book. So that's pretty cool. I might actually grab those, because I have not collected any of the ongoing series of the various Doctors. So very cool indeed. I would imagine they'll do a 9th Doctor one as well, and probably an 8th Doctor one, because they've got ongoing series of those as well. So, okie dokie. So as for books that I picked up, first up, I picked up a couple of replacements. I wasn't actually 100% sure if I had them. I just kind of grabbed ones that caught my eye. So I picked up Doctor Who, The Mind of Evil, which of course is a Third Doctor story. Now I do actually have this one from before, but as you can see, got some creasing on the cover. This is a much nicer edition. So yeah, so duplicates are okay because basically what my plan is with any duplicates that come into my possession is at some point I'll have a Target Books giveaway for you guys. So just don't hold me to that at the moment. It's kind of an ongoing in the works thing as I'm collecting them for myself. Any duplicate editions that I wind up with, I'm just kind of setting them aside in their own stack, and then I'm going to have a massive giveaway of the all the duplicates that I amassed over time. So as to when that will be, who the frick knows? It'll be whenever it is. And then another one I picked up was Delta and the Bannermen, which again I already have. Now, any of the ones that have the 1987 logo, like that, the 7th Doctor logo, these are ones I'm particularly looking to pick up because a lot of these only got a single printing, so they tend to be a lot rarer than the earlier ones, which got a lot more reprints and multiple editions. So this one, the one I had originally, wasn't too bad. This is slightly better condition, so whatever. I didn't even know it was a duplicate. I just grabbed it because it was one of these, and these tend to go for stupid money online. And I don't feel like paying stupid money for them. I just want the books. So all right, so then carrying on here, ones that I actually didn't have that I wanted. Well, first up, I picked up Harry Sullivan's War. Yes, I got the other Companions of Doctor Who book. So this is the one written by Harry Sullivan himself, Mr. Ian Martyr. So we're just going to put that there. Actually, we're going to move the comic down here, I think. And then we're just going to dedicate this to the Target books. Alright, and next up, basically I'm trying to pick up books more or less in the order that I, going by Doctor. So I did find a couple of second Doctor books. So I got the Mind Robber, which is great. I love this era of the books because they did these beautiful painted covers. Very, very nice indeed. Really like those a lot. And then also picked up The Invasion. Yes, any of the second Doctor Cybermen and Dalek stories is always great to find those on the shelf. By the way, if you're wondering what these were going for in the used bookstore, $4 each. So that's a lot cheaper than they tend to go for online. Actually, they sometimes go fairly cheap online, but then you get dinged big time for the shipping. So, and if I have to order from anywhere other than Canada, it ends, it's a penny for the book, and then $5 shipping, and then, no, it's like a penny for the book, and then $15 shipping to Canada, and then there's, duty on top of that. I said duty. And, yeah, so it's just, it gets very ridiculous very quickly. So, at any time I want to order books or DVDs or comics or whatever online, I always go to like Amazon CA or eBay CA first to get from the Canadian sellers so that it's not so expensive for me. But sometimes the thing you're looking for just isn't available in Canada, so I gotta order from the States, or sometimes from the UK. Actually, I have ordered some Doctor Who stuff from the UK before. Alright, and then next up we have another second Doctor event, who's great because I've almost finished the set of the first Doctor, so I'm actually actively looking for second Doctor stuff right now. Got the Seeds of Death. This one's a really nice shape too. I was really quite impressed actually. So yeah, so the Seeds of Death, great Ice Warriors story. And then and then next up we got some Third Doctor. This one I actually used to own a long, long time ago. So this is a reacquisition. I've told many times the tale of how I had a box of all the Target novelizations I'd picked up over the years. There's a lot of other stuff in there too, like audiobooks. There was some comics and all kinds of... It was just a gold mine of cool stuff in that box. And that box went missing during one of my moves. So all my old Doctor Who Target books were gone, along with all the comics that were in there too. So anyway, got Doctor Who The Green Death, which of course was the final story featuring Joe Grant. And most people know this as the one with the giant maggots. So great stuff. Rosie really likes this one. She really likes this story a lot. She's watched it a few times. And she saw that that I'd found the book, and was like, "Oh, that was a really good one." Yeah, Rose loves the Third Doctor. She really digs him a lot. I need to sit down with her and actually take her through all of his adventures because there's quite a few. and I know she would enjoy them. And then finally picked up some 7th Doctor ones again, because these tend to be harder to find and tend to go for stupid money online. So finding them cheap in a used bookstore, fantastic. So I picked up Paradise Towers, which is, I know all fans everywhere are universally in agreement that this was the greatest story ever. No, actually, it's really strange. The Paradise Towers seems to be one of those love it or hate it things. I've always loved this one, sort of as a satire. A lot of fans just despise it because they don't feel that the satire worked or was particularly funny. I disagree. I enjoyed it a lot. I've rewatched it many times. You know, so I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, you know, build high for happiness. Blue Kangs are the best. And then another one that all fans universally love. We have the Happiness Patrol. Yeah, another one. I talked about this a bit in my DVD disambiguation. I always liked this just for how cool the Candyman looked and how ridiculously useless he was. He tried so hard to be a menacing villain and was just defeated so easily so many times. I personally found that hilarious. All right, now this one I think most fans will agree was one of the all-time great 7th Doctor stories, no kidding aside. The Curse of Fenric. Yeah, pretty cool to find this one. Yeah, this is a great story, and you know, from the absolutely stellar season 26. It still miffs me, like that's where the series was canceled, where it really started to get back on its feet, and we had some genuinely outstanding stories that season. In fact, I think the whole season was just fantastic that year. So it definitely went out with a bang in its last year, the classic series, but sadly, Michael Grade was not having any of that because he thought it was all rubbish anyway. We all love Michael Grade, don't we? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Anyway, so 8 new acquisitions and a pair of condition upgrades. So quite nice indeed. Wow, that's fully 1/3 of the 7th Doctor's stories there. Just got 8 to go. Actually, do I have any more? I don't think I have any more. So yeah, there you go. Pretty cool. Alrighty, well that is it for this update. I'm getting some money this week, so I'm actually planning to pop downtown again. And this time I will be able to pick up a lot more, I think, because I've got a little bit more money to play with. So funds aren't quite so limited this week. So basically going to head downtown and just raid the used bookstores for whatever they've got, and hopefully some more stuff. I know there was a few more there that I didn't have, so yeah, so I'm just gonna grab whatever they have that I don't already have, just fill in some of those gaps, and basically save myself the trouble of having to pay ridiculous prices online. So yeah, alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, and we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.